Hey, what's up? This is Sean, and today we're going to be looking at Uprising by Muse on bass. And for this song, you're just going to need a 4-string bass guitar, and you're going to need it to be in standard tuning. And you might want to use a pick for this song. The way it's played, it kind of makes it easier to use a pick, and I'm a strictly no-pick player, but every now and then you need one, especially when you're using effects pedals, which this song has a bunch of. And I actually have the music here with all the notation for the guitar and the bass from Guitar World magazine, and it tells you what effects to use for the bass, and it says to use a distortion and a sub-octave setting on an octaver. But if you're just playing the song for fun and you don't really care about making it sound exactly like the song, then it's all good. Just play it normal. You have to do what you can. I don't really have the right effects pedals, but I have a distortion and I have a wah, and I can kind of simulate the sound a little bit, and I just want to show you guys how it kind of sounds. And pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push down on my distortion and then get on my wah and have it flat, and it sounds kind of like this. It's kind of the sound it has a little bit. Forgive me if that's kind of off a little bit. I'm kind of making my way of getting the sound. But this song is pretty much, it's all played in octaves, which pretty much, if you don't know an octave, it's I'll teach you it, okay? Let's say you wanted to do a D octave, which would be the D on 5 on the A string. First, to find the octave, you would skip over one string and then go to the next one and play it 2 frets higher. So, as an example, an octave of D on the A string would be 5 on the A and 7 on the G. And that moves everywhere you go. It's all octaves. So this entire song, pretty much, is in octaves. So you're going to start, there's only 2 exercises, 2 figures in this song. And I'm going to teach you the first one. The first one is that octave on the 5 on the A string, 5 on the A, 7 on the G. So just, and you're going to repeat that 4 times until the figure 2 comes in, which it goes off and then it changes a little bit. So you're going to start the same way you started that one, just, and then you're going to move up to 10 on the A string, and then the octave of that would be 12 on the G. So, and you're going to do 2 measures of 5, 1 full measure of 10, and then the next one here is going to be 8 on the A string, which the octave would be 10. So, you're going to do a full measure of that, then you're going to go to the 12 on the A string, which in the octave would be 14. You do 2 measures of that, then you're going to go back to the 10. Full measure of that, then you're going to, here's where it changes a little bit. You're going to go to the 8 on the A string, and you're going to have half a measure of 8, and the octave is 10 on the G, so, and then it goes to 4 on the A, which another half measure of that, and then back. So I'll play it for you guys really quick, just so you kind of get it. Pretty much is that. And the second time, it only does that. There's 2 ways to play it. That's the first time. The second time you repeat that, you're going to just repeat these like 1, 2, 1, 2 over and over again. The second time, there's only a subtle change. The D, the 5 goes the same, 10's the same, and then this is where it changes. You have half a measure of 8 on the A, then you're going to go to 11 on the A, which the octave would be 13 on the G. And then, so as opposed to, the only change is, it just kind of gives it a little character there. And That's the only difference about the two. So first time you do a full measure of 8. Second time you do half a measure of 8 and half a measure of 11. So that hopefully that'll help you. And if you're confused about anything on this entire video, just write me and I'll write you back and I'll be able to help, hopefully. But pretty much that's the entire song with the effects. There's really only one spot where it changes, and that is at the ending. You're gonna, like, throughout the entire song, you're gonna be running through figure 1 and figure 2, which the figure 1 was just repeating the 5 for 4 measures. So here's the only change, and it's during the guitar solo. You're gonna play the intro line, but you're only gonna do the first half. Like, you know how I said there's a first one and a second one? You're only gonna do the first one of the intro line, and then you're gonna keep going and do the first one again. So just instead of jumping, which you can if you want to, it doesn't really make a difference, but the only difference here is at the end of, like, here, I'll play it for you during the guitar solo, how it changes, and then it goes back into the chorus. So it goes like this. It's kind of a hard switch there, but pretty much that's the only difference. Instead of going back to the 5 after it, you have this little solo with all the effects off, and it's 12 on the D string, and you're going to be doing triplets. And if you don't know what a triplet is, just 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that's all it is. And then it changes to, and that's hammer on 10 to 12 on the D, hit it one more time, do the same thing, then 12 on the D, 10 on the D, 12 on the A, 10 on the D, 12 on the A, and then 8 on the A, which is kind of a hard switch. So what I tend to do, instead of doing that last 8, I tend to make it 10 instead. It still fits, and it just gives it makes it a little bit easier. See what I mean? You don't have to have that awkward switch. So you guys can choose however you want to do that. Personally, that's how I do it. I use the 10 at the end instead of the 8. But after that, you just go right back into the chorus. And then it ends after that. And that's pretty much the entire song. So if I confused anybody, or if you guys need help with anything, please don't be a stranger. Just email or post a comment or personal message, anything. Because I do these things to help, and if I confuse you, then I didn't really do my job right. So just, yeah, I'll try to help as best I can. So thanks for watching.